sevenfold.
I will turn my volume up. I will turn y'all's volume right about there. And...
Wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Alright. Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Planar Crossroads, and welcome back to our Fallout Fort Smith game. We have come to a narrative place where tables have turned on Blondie, and now we will pick up with our Wasteland Wanderers. But first, this is an adult podcast that sometimes features adults, that sometimes use adult language. You have been warned.
Achilles is too busy sleeping to sass you, so I'll do it myself, Dad. Thanks.
The Pathfather has spoken.
Yeah.
As far as announcements, we'll have an announcement come out after we finish, probably this episode. We will finish up this game, and then we'll have an announcement about the channel and stuff like that come out after this, so you guys can watch for that too. But that's all we really have for announcements. Anything from you guys, Tommy?
I was muted in another window. Also today, I started intermittent fasting about a month ago. In addition to that making my blood sugar better, I lost about 20 pounds, and I bought a couple pair of jeans before I met all the IOPC guys in St. Louis, and they didn't fit me then. They fit me today. So I am very good. Very proud of myself. That is my announcement. I'm like 180 pounds for the first time since I was dying, so that's neat.
Well, it's good to skip the dying.
Also, I have a YouTube channel that exists.
Yeah.
Why you're asking me?
Yeah, go over to Black Dragon Gaming. Watch some Pathfinder 2e stuff. System's real crisp system.
So. Ross is going to be jamming it pretty soon, and I'm going to break down. Actually, I am kind of half, like, I'm not editing the video so much as like cutting out the PNGs as this is going for the Assyrian goddess Wadjet, who I'm brewing into 2nd edition because it made a lot of sense for the character I'll be playing in Age of Ashes. I'm really excited for it.
And everybody here knows I'm a very laissez-faire GM.
Yeah, I'm sure by the time I take back over in Book 3, everyone will have a bunch of homebrew stuff, and we've already decided to switch it over.
Because you're getting it back.
I mean, I'm also okay with that.
We'll reevaluate my performance at the end of Book 2.
Well, we'll have a performance review. We'll call you into the office.
Your committee, you all can get a formal complaint/review sheet.
Yeah, invite a bunch of people into the office that you've never met before and who don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Just grab a bunch of people from Chipotle. Like, guys, this is Ross. What do you think about him?
I mean, he's great. He's great. Oh yeah, like he's totally awesome. And then there's this one guy.
Just make sure that you brought food, because
I was about to say, how much did you pay him? Because that does not sound like a description of me.
I paid not a damn thing.
There.
All right.
We must finish this thing. I couldn't think of anything better to say than finish this thing. But I guess that's what we're doing. Damn it.
Well, you could have said, "Let's finish her."
Let's finish this. Go kill the blonde lady, who I don't know who is at all.
Yeah.
That's okay, you're getting paid.
So,
My life.
when last we left our Wasteland Wanderers, they had just finished dealing with a big swarm of mole rats. However, there's a little bit of inter-party problems when that was all finished up. You see, Adelaide didn't like having this bomb threat in his back, and Cap was told not to let him do anything about that. Well, neither one of them liked that arrangement. So, Adelaide decided to fix that and set off the EMP bomb right between them, right after they got back from dealing with those rats. So, some interesting
I saved everyone's butt, and my reward was being shut off.
Yep.
Well done.
It's an appliance's lot in life.
Yeah.
So, you all are finished up with that, and we're going to pick up at a narrative place rather than just picking up right after. The narrative place we pick up is we zoom out from the book's a trillion. And as we do, the sky clears up. It starts to become more dark. The stars are out. Time has passed. We come back down and we see our party making their way not to the bar or the Damned 13, but rather back to the ruins of Westarp University. They've made their way down. We follow a familiar path through the access door, through the classrooms, down the hidden bunker area. And at the bottom of the bunker stairs, we find our group. They have made their way down, a fresh scar on the back of Adelaide from where an old scar was, and a not so lumpy place now, though that bomb was strategically acquired by Spragg and is now in his inventory. The ranger is ready with his firearm. Ash is also having his pistol ready. And Cap, this emotionless robot, seems quite enthusiastic about this next branch of what they intend to do. And Adelaide, the ghoul leading the way, showing them where to go, has come to the bottom of the stairs, ready to peek around the corner and see where the Enclave nemesis is. So, that's where we find our players. That's where we find the characters of our players. They're about to enter the control room, the testing room. And what would you like to do?
Well, I suppose I should just add for narrative purposes that on our way back, Abrams has basically explained to you more or less the gist of the first Halloween game between him, Aaron, the professor, and Blondie, and why there was an undetonated explosive in his chest. Things that he couldn't explain to you before because Cap was there watching him. And I suppose the most important story beat in convincing the lieutenant that Blondie is an Enclave agent, that we helped get into the vault at the bottom of the university.
All right. So.
Oh, yes. And that I promised them all of the money Blondie was going to pay them to help me come back here and murder her.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, then. You've come down to the control room. Everything seems to be, from where you're standing, everything seems to be kind of as you left it. You don't see Aaron, and you don't see Blondie, and you don't see whatever that thing was before.
When we were down here the first time, they had some Deathclaw-looking ass alligator. They had it locked in a cage, but I don't see it now. Could be anywhere, so, keep on your toes for a tiny Godzilla and a big fat idiot.
I point. I slowly raise my hand as if to point at Abram, but then slowly descend it. Joke shall be made another time.
Classy.
Look, you weren't the one that was literally forced to work for her.
Yes, it was.
Bomb in
No.
chest.
You were able to, resist. I cannot
Good
resist.
time.
Look, all right, here.
Fine.
I'll make you a deal, Cap. I'll make you a deal. When this is all over, I'm gonna turn off all your. I'm gonna delete all your ownership protocols. You're gonna be your own robot. How do you feel about that?
I would like that.
Because I feel like Cap's maybe not a great motivator for you.
You remind me of my old owners / modifiers. They were, in their own words, batshit insane, but they were fun.
I will take that as the compliment I assume it was intended as.
Human pleasantries are not a RoboCorp high priority in their software development team.
Anyway,
And evidently sneaking up on people isn't high on our priorities either. Now why don't we be quiet and find them?
I mean, I could always just go ahead, make noise, have them come to me, and then you jump them.
I mean,
There are worse plans.
I'm not against it.
Question, would we have been able to get, like, the 1 hit point we had lost back? Would I have been able to put some duct tape over my scratch and my paint job?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can come into this full hit points. Well,
I could have done that when I was
Yeah.
resetting you.
I assume everybody brought at least one stim pack.
Well, and like, even without X, just for like normal damage, like the game just assumes that normal damage heals up.
There you go.
Between
I have
like
a
us
bunch,
like using little extra bits of cloth to stop bleeding and other stuff of that sort.
Okie dokie.
And I'm able to heal, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was using energy for that. I've got a bunch of stim packs.
Okie
They're
dokie.
kind of janky and irradiated because they're mostly for me, but I got them.
Fair enough.
Oh right, that's what I have. Craft extraordinary item for. Making stim packs.
No. Alright.
And
No,
as
right,
opposed
this-
to the send the robot ahead and the gank whoever comes at it plan.
I mean, that's not a terrible plan. It's not a great plan, but it's not a terrible plan.
better him than me.
All right, I'll take it.
And I'll kind of slink over to the side. I have my tomahawk in one hand and my pistol in another.
Yeah, likewise. I'm gonna draw the sharp out of my walking cane and stick the revolver in the other hand, the good hand.
Okay.
And let's just crawl our way in here. I mean, this vault was filled with all sorts of good flashing lights and crap before. Well, what I mean to say is, I'm sure we can find something of use.
True. Alright.
So, if anybody isn't opposed, we will proceed inwardly. inwardly
All right.
toward the inside.
So, you move forward. You come into this room filled with those old, wonderful-looking computers of the Fallout universe. The glass display is still there with crack in it. And, oddly, the doors to the side, the doors to the other rooms to the side are open. But oddly, the door to the caged area, the experimental area, is also open. And it's quiet.
I mean, it wasn't making a ton of noise the first time. I mean, it was when it was trying to eat us, but when it was on its own, it was just sort of.
I will try a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, that seems like the thing to do, doesn't it?
Okay. It started out as a 16 with an exploding 6, and I just rolled another 6.
Ooh!
So 24.
24. Okay. So,
Because the 16 with the 6, that's already 22. If it exploded twice... Maybe I misheard you.
16 with the exploding. 22.
Oh, it was 16 because of an exploding 6.
Yes.
That's what... Okay, I see how you meant that now.
No, never mind, that's bad.
all
I
right.
have a 13.
I
got
rolled a
nothing.
1 and a 5, so a 6.
All right. 13-6. Massive number from Jason. Anybody else participating in these perceptions or no?
Now I'm just making sure I've got, like, they used to be flashlights, but now it's like lots of little explosives with like glass in between to like make a cone of shattering glass at people.
Ooh, okie dokie. So, you look around. Adelaide's a bit distracted. He's really concerned. The processor in your brain is actually working better than it was before. You're getting probabilities of problems and stuff like that, and it's working out different things. Not nearly as glitchy as it was. And those seem to be distracting you a bit, having to get used to it. As everyone,
I think this is where.
Hmm?
Sorry, I was just gonna say. I think this is where his absent-minded flaw is gonna come in. He's like you said, he's sort of just lost in thought, trying to measuring probabilities right now. He's trying to figure out, like, what's the chance that they left, knowing we were probably coming back. If she just let that gator loose in here, where would it go? Stuff like that. So he's kind of zoning out wherever he was in the room.
Okie dokie. So you kind of led the way. People start to move around you, and as everybody starts to move around, they start to observe, they start to look, and it's first Lieutenant Dan. In the enclosure area, he sees a large mass. And at first he thinks, oh, it's just nothing. But he sees some... It goes up and down in heavy breathing. But it doesn't look like an alligator. It looks like that's a person. A big person.
Guys. And I just kind of wave and point to where the big man is.
Okay.
Whenever I get line of sight, I kind of pantomime a big man, waddling man. So yeah, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, kind of that, but pinker.
That's what you see. It's eerily quiet.
I don't know that Abrams knows, or I'm pretty sure I know who that is, but I don't know that he's paying enough attention to actually respond to you when you pantomime at him. Like to go look at that or slap me, one or the other.
Maybe have the robot go punch it?
Well, if it's Aaron, we may not even need to fight it.
And that's where we'll say that's where you step out. You want us to go and punch it? Want the robot to go and punch it?
Huh? No punch what?
The big man.
Big man. Hold on, let me get a look at it. I'll sidle my way up there to look in there. Is that can I see it well enough to tell whether or not that was /Aaron?
You kind of glance in there. You want to get close to the glass and kind of look in because the door's open to the enclosure.
Do I see that? How close are the controls to shut this door?
Well, if you look through the window, they're right there.
Are there controls on the outside to open and shut this door?
The door shuts and opens and closes, as best you can tell from from out here. The enclosure does not have a way to get back out necessarily.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay. Yeah, I'll make note of that, and I'll get a little closer.
Okay. So, looking.
Hey, Ron. Is that you in there?
So you kind of say that through the door. He doesn't. Nothing responds. You just hear this heavy, labored breathing.
Hey, Ron. Wake up, you fat idiot.
You say that, and you get a better look at him, and there's blood all over him.
Oh, yeah. But you said there was breathing, right?
There's still breathing.
All right, yeah. At the blood, I'll kind of like gesture in. Maybe someone should follow me in here in case I get smashed. But
Cat follows in.
I'll get closer to look at him.
Okie dokie. So you have to go in to see him. He's far enough into the enclosure. It's a dark enclosure, you know. It's basically a little underground cave area where they've been housing this thing and stuff. But the space is large enough that you had to go in to get a good look at him. So is everybody going in, or is just Abrams going in?
Abrams and Cap. If everybody else tries to come in, I'd tell them not to.
Okay, good. I was going to be holding things to throw in, but not going in myself.
Yeah,
okay.
There's only one way without like a lot of digging the walls open to get that wiring. There's only one way in and out of this room if the door shuts, and those controls are on the outside.
That's true.
That is a very fair point.
I mean, arguably, I'd be fine if an explosion were to go off near me, but not Abram.
All right. So you both go in. You get close to Aaron, and you see that he is tore up. You see that as you kind of roll him over a bit, you see that he is gashed from stem to stern type thing. He's just all gashes and blood all over the front of him and on his back. And you get better light over here with Cap there with his eye glowing and stuff, and with this light that you're getting now close enough to see with from the window. and you're in there, and you kind of roll him over a bit, and you see that not only is he laying there, but he's still alive. The thing just near disemboweled him, and it didn't kill him, and you're not sure why.
Jesus Murphy, Aaron, what happened to you?
Oh, he kind of has this hazy consciousness coming in. You can tell he's lost a lot of blood, and he kind of looks at me. Oh, Abrams, you're not exploded.
Very observant.
Big monster. He attacked us. We thought it got out. Thought it dug away. But it attacked us.
I'm gonna jab some stim packs in him if I can. If that'll do anything.
Okay. You guys can see that he's spending time in there talking to him, so you can stay outside or go in. But he's getting some stim packs for this person and injecting it. And it seems to help. You can tell that the stim pack's near magical ability to replenish your health is able to be seen there.
The 22 energy, if I'm rolling something for it.
Okay. Well, that lets me know about how well that one was crafted. It was crafted for a ghoul, so it will still work on a human with that roll. Or, well, it'll still work on a non-ghoul with that roll.
Yeah, Aaron's real mutated.
Yeah. So, on that note, you see that there's some strange stuff around the wounds. As they start to heal, there's this discoloration that starts to spread from the wounds along to the healthy cells, and you hear Aaron say, "I don't feel good, Abrams. I don't feel good.
You don't look good.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. I'm the smartest man you've ever met alive. I'll stitch you right back up."
I don't know. The doctor's pretty smart.
Yeah, but he's dead.
I guess he wasn't that smart.
Does anybody here do healing just out of chance?
Yes.
You
Lieutenant.
can do it with learning.
Oh, I was doing it with energy. I'm just as good at learning.
I can do it off of either learning, logic, or presence. So,
Okay. I was using the wrong one then.
I would love to roll a
Aaron's-
presence roll to determine Aaron's fate.
Your presence,
shush.
your presence affects mostly you, not so much everybody else. But you
And it
can
affects
roll.
the world around.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, it seemed to affect a lot of people over the course of
Yeah.
this game. I'll let Kane decide if he wants it.
The you've been kind of dropping the ball on them presence rolls. So I don't know.
If I saw him working on him very much, I'd say, drag him out here and I'll work on him a bit, but I really don't want to go in there.
Yeah, that's probably the smart thing to do. That's why I had you stay out there. Is he on like a gurney or something? Can I
Oh,
wheel
no,
him?
he ain't on no gurney. But
Cap, you're strong.
yeah, Cap hossed a big
Wedge
bookcase. So
that
Wish that chainsaw in there, just spatula style underneath him. He'll be fine.
Okay. I'll do as he says.
Okay. Go ahead and let me see. Your might score is what again? It's 2d.
6.
It's a 6. So,
2d8, so it's 6.
all right.
You're
So-
very
Well,
strong.
my might and fortitude are both 6. Because attribute substitution, man, is real.
So, you pick him up and you start to move him. And he says, "Oh, I don't feel good. Where's Blondie?"
Well, I was hoping maybe you'd be able to tell us that. We came back here looking for her. If you don't know where she is, and I sure as shit don't.
She was in here. She thought it got out.
Why'd you stay?
With her, she won.
No, why'd you stay if she left?
I didn't. I was up here, and she went over there, and he just kind of points over into the corner. She said there was something there, and then everything she went over there, and everything was claws after that, and I don't remember claws. And he starts to nod off again. You see that discoloration around his wounds and stuff.
There's something in him that's just running through his blood, making us all gushy.
Okay,
I should know more about this. I was a biochemist.
You ain't rolled me no logic.
That's true. Go. Sorry, Jason.
because logic was what I was about to roll.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay. It does appear to be some kind of infection. Maybe it's viral. Maybe it's. It doesn't appear. I mean, you can't tell without a test, but it doesn't necessarily appear to be fungal for sure, because there's no like fungal growth around it. But it's definitely either bacterial or viral.
Yeah, it's some kind of infection.
Oh, damn it, Abrams, you used to be a doctor. Pay attention.
And he like knocks on the side of his implant. Then I'll roll logic, I guess.
Okay.
The D20 exploded.
Well then.
Which is good because neither of the D6 did. So it's 24 right now, and an 18. So
Wow.
42.
42?
42.
All right, biggest roll we've
This
had.
particular virus is from this strain and this genus and was first invented by this person in this year.
Well,
It
you
was
got to
fine.
look.
I made it. My hubris hoisted by my own academic petard.
So that implant starts to work, like you said, and it actually starts to recall information for you. And it starts to bring up almost in your vision. It's like when you imagine some kind of display, but there's not really a display in front of your face. You imagine, and this image is brought up, of the screen on a terminal that you read, that you glanced at, that almost like eidetic memory, it starts to come to you, and it's virus. Experimental virus. The precursor to FEV. The precursor to the mutants. What was that? For biological growth. For use on animals. But what did it say? And then it comes to you. Possible mutant variant initiated on subject codenamed Razorclaw. Possible transference to other living creatures? ? And you see, and Aaron looks at you, and he looks at you and he says, I don't feel good. And you can tell some of his teeth have fallen out, and there are sharper ones. You see one of his eyes, color is, the white is getting bloody and it's changing color. And the iris is starting to change. And that discoloration that was spreading along the wounds, it's almost scaly.
Oh, the old pre-war biochemist is coming out. Oh no. He sort of reaches across to the lieutenant to pat him like, yeah, a virus. No, that's exactly. Thank you, that's genius.
I'm seeing this too.
Right. You don't. You see him reacting, and he starts to spout stuff off because when it happens in his head, he kind of mumbles to himself.
Yeah. So you're kind of getting like a pigeon version of everything Adam just explained to me.
Okay, I hear Deathclaw, virus, transmissible, possible transmission. Cap, toss him back in there.
I do as I'm instructed. Just kind of like move back into the room with him.
Be gentle. Put him on the table. No, be gentle.
I don't want to
Cap
hear.
is gentle. Yeah. Cap is gentle
Adelaide,
after hearing.
I want out.
I follow him back into the room. He's like, no, buddy, I got you. There's medical supplies in here. I can figure this out.
Ash is gonna move to whatever closes the door and put his finger on the button and just wait.
Are there medical supplies in this room?
Are there? Yeah. No, in this room, this is the cave, so no.
Oh, this is okay. Sorry, I thought he was in a room that was like a move him to the experimental wing.
Mr. Abrams.
You have two people with their finger on the button to close the door to the room.
There are lockable rooms in the experimental wing. Let me move him.
How much time do you think you have?
Can you give me a corridor to run down?
Okay, do it now.
Yeah, so
Cap just starts booking it.
Ring.
Okay. Leaving the
I need a
cave.
medical bay.
Leaving the cave and turning to the left will lead down a hallway which ends at the experimental room with cages for the experiments.
Cap will go in there and put Aaron down on a table. If anything gets in his way, he's literally gonna just kick it out of his way, hard breaking stuff. Kick.
Okay.
Spartan kick, Protectron edition. So it takes 30 seconds to fire up, but he does it anyway.
I'm actually pretty nimble. I have an agility of 4.
Yep, fair enough. Fastest damn Protectron
it's experimental servos.
Yeah, he's been very, very heavily modified.
Yeah,
indeed. So I guess wherever they go, is there some kind of way to shut them in there?
I probably busted off its hinges.
In a room that's meant to hold all the cages for the experiments that were going on here, one of which includes a deathclaw alligator, almost certainly.
I would like to
It
be
was
ready
a
to
razor
shut that
claw. It's part mammal and part razorback and part gator. That looks and has the size of a gator.
You would 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hog-a-gator.
Thought we were talking about the variant of Mirelurk for a second.
Croc-a-hog.
Even worse. So yeah, if there is a way to secure that thing in a place where we will not be killed and be made into that thing by that thing, I would like to stand by the button or apparatus, wherever it is, to shut that really quickly.
Okay, so we're on this table, and this room has medical supplies.
Mm-hmm.
It's the experimentation room. Okay,
Right.
Good, perfect. It's Cap. All right, so you can go out with them, and But I kind of want to explain to them, because I'm not 100% sure how to do this in character. I kind of want to explain to them like where they should look for Blondie. And then I'm going to tell the lieutenant and Tommy, his character,
Ash.
to lock me in the room with Aaron.
Done and done. As soon as that sentence is out of your mouth, just done.
So
You said-
Neutral.
I walk back to the door and I'm just like, do you not wish my assistance in getting rid of this Blondie person?
Well, that's fine. That's why I told you to be out there with them. You're going to help them get rid of Blondie for
Well, I imagine I was kind of like walking out to do that, and then the door shuts, and I'm just like at the door, like, oh.
As you were starting to speak, the door was halfway closed.
me. Let the robot out.
All right.
All right, we'll
everybody-
let the robot out quickly.
You can spray me down with a flamethrower or something to sanitize me. I do not worry about disease. Yay.
I'll turn and look at Scrag, who probably has something flammable that he could burn the robot with really quickly.
Burn the robot! Burn the robot!
I
All
like
right.
to imagine I just have some, road flares.
road flare, just jam them in exposed areas.
No, but you just take it out and you like the flare. You just run that over the.
Yeah, no, magnesium
It's
flare.
good.
It's disinfectant to the tune of 6,000 degrees of magnesium flare.
So,
Yeah.
There's also got to
hearing-
be some kind of infected something around here.
I'm sure there is. I'm hearing that everybody went to the to the biohazard room, whatever it is, the experimentation room. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear a and the lights go out.
Made it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. All right. Shoo. Oh, I'm glad I got back. Okay, so I was saying, you guys. I don't want to lose the mood too much. You guys, hear a as you're discussing things, and everything goes dark. You may turn your own lights
so
out
what was-
if you wish.
What was the last thing you heard?
Nothing after I said that.
All the lights went out?
Yeah, when I said
That
No, I didn't
When I
hear
did the
anything.
sound
but the
effect.
lights went out.
that must have never come over for us then.
okay, you guys were discussing things in the and chattering back and forth. I was told that everybody went to the biohazard wing to the experimental area.
Right. And we were talking about how Kane was doing a thing as a send off for himself if he couldn't keep making it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let them lock me in this experimental room so that I can operate on him, and they are going to now, like, technically working for Abrams, hunt down Blondie for me.
Okay, you guys get to that agreement, and as the door is shutting, you hear that and lights go out. The red emergency lights do come on, but it's like they're dim, going in and out. And now this whole area, the whole facility is drenched in a red light. Yes.
So it's 7 o'clock. So are we ending?
Hmm.
Because I got one last thing to say. I got one last scene for Abrams if we're ending this episode.
Is everybody
If
okay
not-
to keep going, or no?
I could.
I
Yeah, I
need to
think
get
that's
going, sadly.
Okay. So let's set up, and we'll see. So let's do this. This is the setup for next time if we get to do this, whether that's a year from now or whenever.
Sounded like somebody was just going meow in the background. That was good.
No!
So, the lights have gone out. It's completely dark, and everything is bathed in a red light. What are the last things you want to do before you have to deal with a underground bunker, biohazard facility that has been compromised? I know Adelaide wanted to do something.
Yeah, I'll save mine for last, everybody.
Okay.
I've got the relatively boring one that mechanically I want to invoke the light boon.
Okay.
Oh no, I like that. Just all the lights go out and the emergency track lighting comes on, and this huge robot's like 4 chest flashlights just click on.
I suppose
That's
I don't necessarily know what I want to. I'll just like back to back with whoever isn't infected by touching a Aaron and draw my pistol, and I didn't get a chance to invoke it in game. However, I do have the lucky perk. So whatever is about to happen happens in the absolute best way possible.
I'll also use my lucky perk for that too, because I also have the lucky perk.
Double the best way possible.
Okay.
So I just want to give the 3 of us that are outside, or no, 4. Yeah, 4 of us that are on the outside the best fighting chance, essentially, of whatever the hell is about to happen.
Invoke blind sight boom, so I have no problem seeing whatever's coming our way.
Oh. Okay.
Nice. I make 30 feet of light around me as I, make a necklace of tiki torches.
That sounds
That word
awfully
means something
dangerous.
entirely different today than it has in a long time. What? Tiki, no!
All right. And then what did...
I guess
Uh,
Ash draws a cap and flips it in the air.
okay.
Caps you!
Caps you.
Is that like that's the Fallout version of Cashew, isn't it?
Caps you.
you! Caps you! Give me your caps, you!
I guess I could have said Ash you, but that just feels weird to say. I don't know
I
if
shoo!
like it. Bless you.
Alright. And what did Abrams want to do?
Alright, so the lights go out and the track lighting goes on. Abrams puts his hand up against the window and he nods one last time to the lot of you outside. And he turns around, he walks very determinedly towards the table that Aaron is, and he pulls some chem lights out of his pockets and he cracks them, he sticks them in his teeth. And he leans down next to Aaron's face and he takes the chem lights out of his mouth and he says, "Hold on, buddy, we're gonna cross off that bucket list. I'm gonna make you the scariest fucking mutant in the wasteland."
Oh.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Alright. And that's where we'll call it this time. I'm not sure if we'll have another chance for a session after this to finish out the narrative, but we kind of left off on a cliffhanger last time. So it seems to be tradition to leave off on a cliffhanger now. So, we hope you enjoyed this year's version of Fallout Fort Smith. You may get the follow-up, you may not, right away. But at some point, you most likely will. But until then, we hope you have a great day. God bless, and enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
But
Bye.
This content was made possible by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you.